As promised, just going to make sure this sea don't come around behind me. Otherwise, we're in a mess. Imagine walking 50 miles back from here. Well, driving 50 miles back from here, should I say, with wet feet. That wouldn't really work out very well. Let's turn this camera around so you can have a look at this sea. What we're looking at there. With a bit of a fog on. Instead of cleaning the camera. It's like we've got a bit of mist on the bottom of it. No, it's probably me. So hopefully we've got a decent signal. There's actually a transmitter just down the road from here, which is mad, isn't it? Beautiful spring day on the coast of rural Lincolnshire. If you look over there, that's Skegness. You can see those generators, electric generators. I don't know, I don't think that's right, is it? It's like the bottom of the camera's a bit dark. Another go. Hang on. These things get thrown in your pocket, don't they? Hopefully you can hear me. Last time I tried doing this, the microphones went off. So I'm back in Anderby Creek. I'm going to walk from Anderby Creek, which is here. Look at them beautiful houses up there. That's somewhere in America. Zooming in. I'm going to walk down to the North Sea observation point, which is, sorry to keep doing this to you, it's over there. Now on the way here it's been really foggy. When I left my house in Gainsborough it was gorgeous, but it's been really foggy on the way here. Anyway, the fog's cleared and now we're here. It's quite cool, I'm not going to lie. It says 8.5 degrees on the thing, but obviously you get the wind chill near the coast. Hang on. Hopefully you can hear me. I'll move the bag round with the microphone on it. It looks like part of it, you have to walk down the beach, which is pretty difficult, to be honest. These sandbanks are really hard, but if you walk down them, then you get to a bit where it goes really wide water. And with a pair of trainers on, you're going to end up with really soaking feet, which isn't the ideal thing. So you have to keep walking back to somewhere where it's narrow to get on. So, but the beach, just as you're going onto the sandbanks, is really, really soft. And it takes some walking down, to be honest. You end up doing massive steps. Your knees nearly end up under your chin. But hey ho, it's a spring day, it's gorgeous. There's a bloke there taking his dog for a walk. It's just had laid a massive egg, so we turned around while it did it and didn't bother cleaning it up. So I've got the sunglasses on today because this wind's cold and it makes your eyes run. What do you reckon? I didn't bother wearing my hat at the same time because that seems to warm me up too much. Please feel free to say hello in the comments and I can speak back to you. Shout out to Mike who watches them all back. Bless him. Shout out to Stu on his electric bike. Go and follow Stu Hall, S-T-U-H-A-L-L. If you put @run around Stu in your thing, you'll find him. He does some stuff, so he's a good drone pilot as well. Hopefully if this wind don't get up, there's a little bit of a sea breeze here. Hopefully I should be able to get my drone up over this North Sea observatory up here. You can actually see it. I can see it. Let's see if you can see it. I don't know if you can. So that building there looks a bit like the Sydney Opera House. The trouble is when you get that far zoomed out, it gets a bit wobbly, doesn't it? There you go. That's brought this colour back to my cheeks anyway, walking down here. So I think we've already hit that snag where it's too deep to where it's too deep to walk across, so you end up going back across, all the way back to where you come from to get across. I'll show you what I mean. So the last thing I want is a boot full of water to walk around with all day. And it's not the sort of place you want to come with your wellies, is it really? I'd imagine you get some wind noise on the microphone, but I can't really do it about that. I've got a muffler on it, look. But it still seems to pick it up. It's only one of them cheap lavaliers off Amazon. I looked for an expensive one with a proper woolly head, but they don't seem to do it. There we go. Donatus, how you doing? Good afternoon from Nigeria. I'm streaming from Anderby Creek on the east coast of the UK in Lincolnshire. So this is my problem. That's what you get. Dana White. Dana White? Who's that? Dana White was a woman in suits. Some people say I look like Heisenberg's brother-in-law out of Breaking Bad. I think he's fat and bald. I think that's the only reference. Hank, that's the one. They reckon I look like Hank. He's a rich actor, so I'll take that as a compliment. You can't do me, you trolls. Oh dear. So I looked into buying a gimbal that don't wobble. 135 quid. No, thank you. So hopefully it don't wobble too much. Promotion boss. UFC, what's all that about? Oh yeah, that guy. Oh, I'll let you off for that. He's a bit of a unit, that guy, isn't he? We're still at the point there, look. We're still too wide to walk across. So basically, we're going back. I did this the other time when I actually filmed it. I ended up walking miles that way to walk miles back to walk miles back. You're a Manchester United supporter. What? United or City? I don't know. I don't do football. It's a good idea, really, because you end up with loads of enemies. Apparently, it's a thing. Let's go back up here a bit. So the only problem there is that sand is really, really soft, and you seem to dig right into it, and it takes forever to walk over it. And my fitness level isn't amazing at the minute, so it's like walking around with lead boots on, to be really honest. It's nice when you get a bit further up because there's some tarmac. Right, here we go, boot full. I'll show you what I mean. Just here. Your feet going about like that. See if I can find it a bit where it gets a bit harder. What a beautiful day. So I was a bit disappointed on the way here because all of a sudden it got really foggy over the top of the wold. Oh, it's nice here. As you get further up, it turns into tarmac. There's somewhere to walk. Oh, this is lovely. Get some miles in here. Do you talk politics? Not normally. I find out if you talk politics or religion, you usually alienate half your audience. I don't know if there's any point in talking UK politics at the minute because they're all as bad as each other. Oh, I talk politics then, didn't I? That camera's not doing that justice. That's what it really looks like. But I think it's just brighter up there, so it's sort of shutting the picture down. Oh. I seem to start gasping. Where are these things? What things on the ground? Them. Is it shells, mate? I don't. They're shells. Oh, the pebble. Oh, that green stuff. There's a bit of seaweed coming in. That's basically what that is. Look. Gets dragged up in the rough tides. Comes in. These tides are quite rough here. You have to be careful. It comes around the back of you as well, so you'll be out there minding your business in the summer bathing. Next thing you don't realise the tide's coming and you're in trouble. I'm safe, yeah, I'm sure I'll be safe out here, mate, yeah, don't worry. The only thing you might do is tread in a disregarded dog egg that somebody hadn't cleaned up. Other than that, we're fine, I think. If you're interested in the channel, why not hit the subscribe button? And you could hit the notification bell as well if you want. This is what I tend to do. I'll go wandering about and just film it and then put it on my YouTube channel. It's a bit of a new keep fit thing. Well, not keep fit, but get fit. I started in November. Oh no. That bit where you've left the bag open. It's alright. Walking down the thing and I've left the bag open. I thought all my stuff had disappeared. I've got my drone in here anyway. Ooh. There we go. Yeah, it's quite cool. That wind's cool. It says 8 degrees, but with that wind chill, I bet it's about 4. I left the big coat at home today because when you get walking, it gets ever so bloody warm with that on. This is decent, this is a decent walk. What I'm going to do, I'm going to walk down here, do it live, and then I'm going to come back and film stuff and put it on the YouTube channel in 4K 60 frames per second. The waves crashing in. It's a fairly rough coast down there. Thank you very much, Donatus. Whereabouts are you, buddy? Never asked you. Donatus, is that that's an Eastern European name, isn't it? Am I right? Forgive me if I'm not. I used to think I know a guy called Donatus that lives in the UK. Yeah, it is, it's nice, yeah. I've just sort of started discovering it, to be honest. We've always worked really hard and then gone to Spain for 2 weeks. Come back, work really hard again, and then gone to Spain for 2 weeks. But it's not been possible recently, so you sort of start appreciating what you've already got. And I'm quite surprised. Anderby Creek, I've never been to it before in my life, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I can imagine it on a very warm summer's evening. I mean, it's beautiful. Look at it. Look at the size of the beach. Just goes on forever. It's 16 miles long, this beach. 16 miles from a place called Mablethorpe, which is behind me, to Skegness, which is up there by about 5 miles, I think. And I've come back every week and walked a bit more. And eventually I'm going to finish up on the pier in Skegness. That's my goal. I say it's only 16 miles, and if you got stuck in, you'd be very tired, but you could do it in a day. But I have to walk there and then walk back, pick the car up, you see. So I've done 32 miles and then filmed it all. That sun's really sharp, but it's not doing anything to warm the spring day up, really. I suppose if you get over the other side of the dunes, then it'll be lovely. Because you'll be out the way of the wind. Just the other side of those sand dunes there, there's a path. It's called the King Charles III Coast Path. And I walked down there for a stretch last time I was here. and you get the fields that side, and then I put my drone up, and as soon as you get to the top of it, you're looking at the sea this side. It's cool. Now, I don't know if you can see out there. Now, if you see them wind turbines, I don't know if it'll pick it up, but there's one with a square at the bottom of it, and that's where they're building it. That's how they put them up. They float a ship out, don't they? Boston and Skegness. Rents me. No, it doesn't represent me in Parliament. I'm from Gainsborough. It's Edward Lee where we are. Skegness is, I'll tell you what, if that's who's responsible for Skegness at the minute, they've done a good job. They've turned it into a booming town. It used to come in the winter and it was a dead old place. But the amount of businesses they've attracted and travel lodge and all sorts of things, it's gorgeous. It's really buzzing. I can imagine in the season it makes some money. Where did you say you lived in Artis? Have you ever been here, or do you live here, or? I might love your country. I've been to quite a few. You're not going to tell me where you're from, are you? This guy's coming back now with his dogs. Try not to get him on. Put it on me. There we go. Tell you what, it is a bit breezy. It's nice though. So I'm pleased I've got this. When I walk down the other way, it's all real soft sand. And with my legs the next day were pretty rough. Makes my ankles hurt. Hello, dog. Hello. Oh dear. So hopefully it's not blowing too much on that microphone. I've got the fluffer over the front of it, but it didn't seem to be that effective last time. And you can't really do anything about it. How many we got in? 3 people. Oh, Nigeria, that was right, sorry. Donatus, that's not a Nigerian name though, is it? Sounds Eastern European, that. We've got quite a lot of Nigerians living where I am. They've come across to get jobs in the care industry. There's loads of them. Hey up. Oh dear, what have we done? Oh dear. Oh, it's all right. I thought I'd lost that. I've clipped it on that many different places to make sure I don't lose it. I couldn't remember where I clipped it on. It's the DJI Mic 2 that works with my camera, and they're a good few quid. I didn't fancy paying to replace that. It's Latin. All right. I didn't know that. Well, of course it is, yeah, Natus. Anyway, have a look at that. We'll go back a bit further up here because, as you can see, it gets really soft down there. And it's like pulling your legs through sludge. I've got a bit of a sprint on today. Last 2 weeks I've been really busy with family stuff, so I've not had a chance to get out. But you've got to get the family sorted out before you do it else, haven't you? Anyway, I've got a day to myself today, so I can wander about and do as I want. I was up at 7. I got up at 7 and I thought, right, I'll get on the road, and then I thought, no, I'll just look at TikTok for a bit. Oh, you're Roman Catholic? Yeah, of course. Yeah. That'll figure. I've got friends in, well, I had a friend in the Dominican. I hadn't seen him for a long, long time. I can't think what they called him. Anyway, that memory went. I can't remember what I was done about now. When you get to this time of year, you start to see the, I don't know if you can get it. I call them the sky writers. The aeroplanes starting to travel. People are starting to go abroad. You see a lot more of them. The skies are clearer. Especially where I live, it seems to be the way to most places. No, that's the North Sea. If you go across that, if you look at your map, if you look for a place called Skegness, that's probably the easiest one to find. And then look across and start looking at the Netherlands. That's the sea in between us. If you get on the ferry from Hull to Rotterdam, that's the way it goes. Straight across the North Sea. It looks very dark, and people say it looks mucky, but it isn't. It's not mucky. It's just the way it's you know, it's rough, and the sand comes up. It's fairly cool. Even in the summer, it's not like the Mediterranean. It doesn't get warm. It takes your breath as you go into it, but it's all really clean. These beaches have got awards. Really beautiful beaches. They do it slightly differently to what they do in other countries though, because you come here, there's never any sunbeds. You bring your own stuff, you bring your own umbrellas. There's no beach bars or anything like that. They're usually set back away from the place, so it's just a completely different way to what they do it in other countries. So if you look on your map, you'll see the Humber where it comes in and goes up towards, well, at the side of Hull. You just look down from there, that's where I am, Skegness, Anderby Creek, Skegness. That's where I am today. I live about 50 miles away inland. We've got in the soft bit again. I'll shout out to John as well. I can't remember what his username is on here. He does a lot of stuff about woods and ponds and lakes and wildlife. He's brilliant. 4K swans for the win. What a beautiful day. I've got warmed up now. My actual body started to warm up now. I could have probably done with a pair of gloves. Anybody else in there want to talk? Say hello. Say hello and I'll say hello back. Trouble is with this cool wind, it makes your nose run. See, that's it. Excuse me if I start sniffing. Let's have a look round. That'll make you seasick. Should have probably done this on the way back. What I'm going to do next time, because I'm going to go down here to this place, I'm going to come back and film it. Then the next time I'm going to park in there and walk further up. That takes you up to Chapel St Leonard's, and I don't know if I could make it, but I think it's about 4 miles to Ingermells from there. But so the only problem is I've got to walk the 4 miles back to pick the car up. I don't know if I could do 8 miles. I'm 58 years old, man. Oh dear. You must be brave. It's not quite the same as Our country's not quite the same as yours probably, mate, to be honest. It's not a place where you would have any problems. Most problems in our country are caused by drugs and alcohol. And they're usually in the towns and cities where different sorts of people fall out with each other. But to walk down a beach like this in this country is nothing. You could walk down here if you're a woman and nobody would bother you. You watch, I'll get robbed now. No, it's not the same. The countries are different. I don't know what Nigeria is like, but I've heard one or two bits where it can be a bit iffy some places. But this is just British life is. You'd be very unlucky in your life. You know, if you were just a normal citizen, you'd be very unlucky in your life to ever get robbed. Not saying that you couldn't do if you go down the wrong alley at the wrong time of day with a big watch on. And the secret is though, leave the Rolex in the shop. Don't drip yourself in gold. Don't flash all your money about. But say you'd be very unlucky. Certainly out here. Obviously people don't carry guns here, only, well, the criminals do. It's quite a laid-back sort of place. If you watch TikTok and YouTube, you'll imagine that we're living in some sort of civil war, but we're not. You're more likely to get your bike stolen if you leave it outside. Some cracker will pinch it. But I know I've got somebody I know in Brazil, and she says you don't look out the window in Brazil because if you could get a stray bullet in your head, or you could see somebody get shot and then you'd end up a target. And that's just weird for us. You know, it's just strange for us, but I say you have to watch out if you watch the news. They inform you of all sorts of things bad happening. So one thing about the spring walk in the coast, it'll make your sinuses cleared out. That place is getting much closer. See if you can see it now. It looks quite cool. I didn't even know anything about it until the other week. Can you see it there? It's quite a big building when you get near to it. Yeah, visit. I don't know how much a ticket costs. It's not the cheapest place in the world. Obviously I drive a cab for a living, and I was talking to a Nigerian lady who'd moved to the UK. I said, what do you think about England then? She said, it's very expensive. She said, you have to work a lot of hours to make sure that you can afford rent and food. I said, yeah, that's what we find. She said, in Nigeria we are pretty laid back, but she said over here it's very regimental. You have to go to work every day, and then you have to come home and eat your food and then get ready to go to work again. And I'm quite lucky. We bought our local authority house years ago. Never had a massive mortgage. The people are paying 3 times what we used to pay mortgage. They're paying it for rent now for a month. £800-900 a month in a small market town in Lincolnshire. I don't know how they managed to do it, to be honest. Somebody must be earning some serious money. It's amazing though, because you can go to a bank and say, oh, can I have a mortgage? So no, you'll never afford it. How much is a mortgage? £700 a month, but I'm paying £900 in rent. Yeah, but you'd never be able to afford it. Crazy. Crazy. So we were quite lucky. We got ours reasonably cheap through the right to buy scheme. So we're all paid up. I never really wanted to upgrade either. Quite happy with my little bit of a council estate. It's lovely. Six people. I tell you what, we're doing well. Kept 6 people amused for half an hour. Right, there's some sort of monument thing here, and I've seen a photograph of that. on the internet, so we're going to walk up and have a look at that. There's only one problem with using this phone to go live. Hopefully it's got enough poke in it to be able to use it as a controller for the drone. Otherwise I'll have to do it next week. I'm not bothered. Drone footage doesn't do massive. Talking to people does massive, it does really well. But just drone footage, a lot of people aren't at all interested in it. There's a guy that walked 1,000,000 miles from all the way down there to 1,000,000 miles, well, he did 16 miles and he actually flew a drone for 16 miles. Obviously in stages. And he's had 900 views in 2 years. I thought it was epic, you know what I mean? Should have had 50,000 views. Get somebody doing a silly TikTok dance, 50,000 people watch it. This sounds a bit crumbly. Losing my trousers. First time that's happened today. So we're going to have a look at this here. I don't know what it is. Looks like the fin off an aircraft, but it might not be. I think it's just it's probably just a sign, but I actually saw a picture of it on the internet. So we're going to have a look. Oh, that wind's a lot cool, a bit lower here. The only thing is, when you hold it this way, it does seem to jump about a lot. Ooh. Enjoy your day, buddy. Nice to see you, mate. Get some work done. It's going to seem like it's going to upset my week now, because I usually do this on a Monday. I was thinking it's Tuesday tomorrow. Bye. This sand takes some walking on. It's really soft here, look. There might be a path up here. I might take that. It's a bit out of that wind. Somebody over there riding a horse. Have a look. I bet the horses love it. Nice soft sand to run on. Let's have a look, see what's down here. Ooh. It's something. I think it's maybe a car park, is it? Oh, it's the road. That's a car park. There's that thing. Doesn't actually mean anything. I think it's an observatory, is it? I'll have to walk down this way. A bit easier on the old feet, maybe. That's if there's a path. That's a picnic area. How cool's that? Oh dear. Ah, this is it. I'll show you what I mean. Oh, it's a lot better, isn't it? The wind's gone now. That's what it's called. Look at that. So we're here, somewhere here. Ah, Soundtown. That's where we are, and that's where we're going to. How's about that? But first, we're going to have a sit down over here and rest my old bones. Oh. So obviously that trail goes off up there. Some of it's sort of takes you past people's houses, and it's like one of them things where they get a bit moody about it. Right, see if I can get this to work. Clip this out. Which way is the... Right, there we go. Is that it? It's a long way down. Let's go up a bit. There we go. No, it's not very level, is it? That's better. What have we got? 6 people. Say hello. I'm just going to turn this around 1 second. Let you have a look over there. It's my Apple Watch congratulating me on going for a walk. Ah, it's peaceful here. There's no wind, is there? See? I've been on 37 minutes. You're taking a news crap watching you right now. Keep it up, bro. You've got my sense of humour. Please subscribe. That's what people don't realise, do they? They're putting all sorts of fancy videos on TikTok and YouTube Shorts, and most of the people that are watching it are actually sat there squeezing one out. Nobody actually cares. As soon as you mention crap, you get more people in. Hello, Andrew. How you doing, buddy? I've just turned the camera down while I breathe in. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, YSL P10. Is that the name for the bleach that you use after? For some reason, if you breathe in while it's looking at you, they get really moody. So, hello, mate. How you doing? As you can see, I've had my haircut special. How long have you been watching, Andrew? We're in between Anderby Creek and the North Sea observation thing, just a bit further up. This is apparently that's a sound post or something there. Can you see it behind us? Looks cool, doesn't it? Oh right, yeah. I've just walked down the beach down here, but it's quite windy down there. So I thought I'd come across here and didn't realise that this path went on. It's a lot easier to walk down the path when you're old, because walking down that beach is a bit of a killer. But what I'm going to do, when I've gone up here, I'm going to see if I can fly over the top of that observatory with my drone, if it's not too windy. Get a bit of footage with that, and then I'm going to do a proper video on the way back in 4K, 60 frames per second. I'm not sure if they aren't a bit long, them videos, because there's a lot of people who don't seem to watch all of them. And some of them have got a bit bored with all of them. But we're not doing too bad now. There's about 156 subscribers, so it's not bad from November, really, for a bit of a new thing that I've tried. I mean, a few of them came over from the other communities, but a lot of them have just sort of come over just because they actually like to watch people going for a walk, which is a bit of a bonus, isn't it? I'll tell you what, Andrew, between me and you, well, me and you here, if you do sort of mention about alcoholic beverages, there's a lot of stuff comes up in your TikTok and that about things. I think sobriety is a bit of a business just as much as selling alcohol, isn't it, really? I was watching a woman this morning saying you're never going to do this on your own. You need to sign up for this. No, you're all right. Makes you laugh, doesn't it, really? How's the hand? I'm going to show you. Thanks for asking. It does look at that. It does look like a chunk's come out of it, but it hasn't really. Let's see if I can get a better picture. There you go. Bit of a V. It's not sore out. I think it's gone now. I think I've sorted it. You can actually see how deep your tattoos go though, because it sort of shows you underneath it. I don't recommend doing that, by the way. If in doubt, don't catch your drone. Just let it fall and change the propellers, because I've got a big bag full of them anyway. It's gorgeous down there. I'm trying to finish off doing this before the actual season gets here, because this place will be ram jam full when it does. And part of this is the solitude and going for a walk. I mean, this place here, look at it, it's gorgeous. The only thing I'm feeling the need for, since I got on them tablets, is the bathroom stops. And there ain't so many of them about, really. I suppose when you've got your swimwear on, you just pop in the sea, don't you? And have a sea wee. I've got a couple of ad blockers which seem to do the trick. Yeah, it's just like the people's. I think if you watch one, and there's a lot of whinges and all, isn't there? But I suppose you get a lot of whinges in all sorts of life, really. But they're actually doing videos, and I think the idea at the end is take this course. But I don't think I need one, so I'm just going to turn you around and let you look at nature again for a minute. I personally don't feel like I need to see anybody, to be honest. But I suppose there's content makers out there that are trying to make content and get something. Good lad. You feel the benefits. Do if you're planning on doing a mile, do 1.2. That's what I've found. I tell you what and all, if you put your phone in a gimbal and then start talking, even if you never post it anywhere, it's surprising how the next thing makes you go that little bit further. And I don't know how many miles I've done now, but 2-3 miles, I suppose. When you get walking down here where it's fairly hard standing, you can go like the clappers. But I found it a bit difficult walking down the actual beach itself. And even if it's a sand-covered track, it's really soft and it keeps going, doesn't it? But in Gainsborough, when I left, it was a beautiful day. But when I got here, it was real cloudy anyway. Thankfully, the mist's gone. As I came over the Wolds, it was really foggy. I thought, God, this is going to be a bit boring. You can only see 6 foot each way. Anyway, I got here and I was only here 10 minutes, and all of a sudden it all sort of blew away. So, but it's beautiful. It's absolutely. If you're ever in this part of the world, I don't know if you've ever been here, but just visit Anderby Creek and have a look. It's like some sort of paradise. It reminds you of places like the Hamptons when you see them on the telly. I've never been to the Hamptons, but there's some beautiful houses just set back. They must be worth a fortune. And there's a fairly big bank in front of them, but they've all got decking coming off the bedroom, so they can sit there in the morning and watch the sea. I mean, I bet that's beautiful in July and August. Not quite so nice in October and November though. But I sort of enjoy coming here. It's pretty lovely. But I probably won't. I mean, I went to Skegness the other week and there was a load of people about. I'm like, no, don't like this. I had no interest in doing anything there whatsoever. But just sort of coming here on your own and having a wander about, it's brilliant. We've had quite a few people in, anyway. If you're popping in, please hit the subscribe button. It don't cost any money. There's no adverts on this channel because it's not monetized. And leave us a comment if you've enjoyed it. Even if you've been sat in the bathroom, chopping a log, leave a comment. Tell us how good it was. Let us know how long you had to leave the bathroom window open for before it went away. And there's certain things that are important in life. Can you hear the wind? That's all you can hear is the wind going through the trees. on the iPhone, Apple Watch, going, well done, well done, well done. I was saying last week I was doing something. I said, what you really need is a UK Apple Watch, because obviously the American ones congratulate you on everything you've done, whereas the English ones would be sarcastic and say, look at the state you've lard ass, get yourself going. Because that's our sort of sense of humour. Anyway, onwards and upwards. I better get going again. I'm going to have a walk up this here. And I say, when I get anywhere near that place, I'm going to end the live, find a bathroom, and then I'm going to record it for me for the YouTube channel and put it up as a video next week. I'm probably only going to upload once a week, really, to be honest, because I think people are getting bored of twice a week. Or maybe just do it 15 minutes each time or something like that. I don't want to bore people to death. But I suppose an hour video is take a bit of watching, doesn't it? Just some old guy huffing and puffing as he's walking down the path somewhere. Yeah, I never thought I'd enjoy walking about, to be honest. I had a running machine in that office for where I sit and do my YouTube. I had a running machine in there it was there 10 years. And I bet for the last 5 I've never used it, because the thought of taking exercise was just boring. And obviously the problem in a terraced house, you've got the running machine upstairs, and every time you put your foot on it, it bangs. And you just think, I can't sentence my neighbours to listen to that for half an hour at a time, so you tend not to use it. But I must admit, since I've got rid of it once or twice, I've thought, well, it's a bit crappy outside, I could just do half a mile on that. I've got Sue on the way home, Sue and Lou. They've been to Moulton for a couple of days. Took the youngest 2 grandkids, and neither of them are very well. The grandkids are poorly, both of them. So let's see if I can put this down. Now it's stuck. Right, let's try again. I don't know how you put this down, to be honest. Sorry about this. You might wobble a bit. You just do that. I had to push it too hard and broke it. Ooh. Just bear with me. Radar key, nice. The thing is, around here you could find a radar bush. You'd be quite unlucky if you got your mid-flow, to be honest. Hang on a minute. I'm doing it the wrong way, that's why. It's supposed to slide up. Ouch! With a scar. Radar. That's the blue badge one, isn't it? The only thing is here, when you come here in the winter, there was once I did one, and the kids were off school. I thought I don't go anywhere other than a toilet. I had to walk 2 miles to a toilet. So that stuck 2 miles on my walk. I've got a rattle. There we go. Look at this. I don't think that outward camera is as good as the inward camera. It seems to catch up the rays a bit more, doesn't it? Oh, spruce trees. I suppose these were planted. There's a bit of a whiff. I suppose it's fox in it. Like a real strong, I don't know, probably is. Like a scent, musky scent. Like a tomcat, but a bit worse. I don't know if this path carries on or whether I've got to walk down the... No, it looks like it carries on. When I get there, I won't have enough charge to use my drone anyway. I'll have to come back and do that next week. I took my dad yesterday, he's 88 years old, I took him for a cataract off. I tell you what, he's some sort of gangster, he is. He don't give a monkey's. Whipped him in. 20 minutes later he comes out. How's that? Can't even feel it. I don't know. There's some geese there. Can you hear them geese? Somebody's been doing the burnouts from Mad Max. They do it on an under 50 though. That was a 900 Kawasaki, wasn't it? Oh, danger deep water. Not as deep as the other side. It's like the yellow brick road. Look, let's see if I can get it to stop shaking. Apparently if you stop walking it doesn't shake. That's it, it's marsh, isn't it? Some people pop in, some people pop back out again. I'll tell you what, surprisingly good signal, isn't it, for being on the coast. I'd just like to know what that smell is. It's like a cross between diesel and cat pee. It was down the riverbank. There was a foxhole there. I think. I don't think you get deer around here, really. No idea. Hey, watch this, will take me around in a circle. I'll end up back where I was. Funny things have happened. It's looking a bit like it, to be honest. Where's that go? No, I ain't got me big knife with me. I'm not going that way. I think I've just walked around the track. I've walked around the marshes. That's what I've done. I think we're going back to the other way now. Anyway, that was interesting. Oh, there's the water, look. It is, it's marshes. Seeing that water's not really helping, thank you. Nice to get round a bit. I didn't actually say that. Imagine walking around here for about 2 hours and then think I ain't getting very far. And it turns out you walk around the same place. I think I got the wrong path. Tell you what, it's a top coat warmer down here. What's this say here? See if they don't stand on something. Oh, it's a wildflower thing. I don't know if we are going to go back to where I was. See there, me, Philistine, not appreciating stuff. Doo-doo. Tell you what, somebody's made a good job of that, haven't they? I won't be stood here if it was a real one. I'd be off. I've got the sun on the camera now. Yeah, we're going to end up back exactly where we came to, where we started from. Nice. It's beautiful though, look. Call them rushes, don't they? I think I've got half the beach in my shoes as well, which isn't helping out. Gotta be honest. Look at this. Is it? Little toads. Look at it. I don't know one of that. Is that the mother, or are male toads smaller than large ones, and he's trying to make some baby ones? I don't know. Nature with Mick. How's that? See if I can find the proper path. So that's exactly where we started. So nice to have a walk around. That's the bench we were sat on 10 minutes ago. Over there. Need some braces for these jogging trousers. I've tightened them up as far as they'll go. There we go. See if I can find the proper path now. Have another go. Unless we have to go back down the beach, maybe. That sort of looks like it over there, doesn't it? And that grass is there. And when I spotted the gravel, I thought, well, that's maybe it. They're like fishing boys, isn't it? Or boat boys. Let's have a look. Yeah. Probably end up going over the top. I don't know, maybe not. Looks like a bit of a path, doesn't it? Actually, take us round again. Appreciate it a bit. I'm not confident. Maybe. Let's have a look. See if there's more frolicking toads. I don't think that's a path, is it? Have we just walked round that? I think that's where we just walked round. Yeah, it is. Nope. The thing is, if you don't get lost, you can never find anywhere else, can you? I'd like to know what that bloody smell is. It was the same down the riverbank last week, so whether it's just flowers. I have to take antihistamines out this time of year. When I used to smoke, I never had to do. Since I stopped smoking, I have to take antihistamines every day, all the way through the summer. Probably a bear trail. That guy from Nigeria kept saying, is it safe to walk down there on your own? It's amazing how countries are different, isn't it? You get some countries where you don't feel safe walking down the beach on your own. It's mad. No. There's the signpost there, look, with the tree over the top of it, informing you that the way forward is down the beach. But I should imagine you can get back from there. This is it here, look. This is what we were looking for. It's behind that tree. Nice. And then when you get past this observatory, it's all path from then onwards, all the way to Ingham Hills, and then on into Skegness. Oh. England Coast Path. There you go. Another kilometre up the beach. Be aware of the cut-off by incoming tide. That's what I've been telling everybody about. God, this will be awful. Anyway, onwards and upwards. Oh, it's not too bad, it's fairly solid. It says breaking his ankle in a hole. You can see that thing now. I bet that's quite a striking building when you get next to it. Anyway, if I suddenly disappear, I fell over. It's right about that tide though. What happens is with them sandbanks, if you stood on one of them with the kids when they're only little, in years gone by, they're actually walking up there. I don't know. And if you don't watch it, the tide nips around behind you. It's not so bad. We used to have lilos on there. Yeah, airbeds. I think Lilo was a company back in the day. And they sort of didn't want you to use them anymore because I think they kept fetching people back from miles out when the tide took them. My mum and dad had a friend that worked at the Lilo factory, so we got the VIP of Lilos. We had them for years. They're actually made out of rubber and squirted with vinyl. They were brilliant things. But the only thing was, one day she changed my brother's nappy and she used to stick it in the pin in the chair back home. She forgot she went back home and stuck it in the Lilo. Nice. So it wasn't as good after that. But it was sort of made out of inner tube stuff. That type of stuff. Let's have a walk down on the beach. Sand's a bit stiffer. So presumably until we get down there, then you have to walk up the beach. And then after that, all the way down, it's all tarmac path. I think just on this top here, that's where it's still wet from yesterday. Bear trail. Christ, imagine that. I've got a massive phobia of rats, you know, and if I hear any, sat in our garden one day and I heard the bloody edge start to rustle, I'm just about to jump out of my skin and an hedgehog come walking out and started eating the cat food. Beautiful. We used to have one lived in our garden for ages. Used to see him every year, like. I suppose they hibernate, don't they? Looks like that's coming in now, look. Show you what I mean. Comes in, fills them pools up. And you're stood on the sandbank there. And it gets you. And you're doomed. Some noisy people. They've just found out that that trail didn't go anywhere either. Go down here a bit, out of the way. I'll sleep well tonight. It's that sea air, you know. Hopefully it's still fairly hard here. Yeah, it is. That's better. Get trucking now. Hello, 7 people. Feel free to say hello in the chat. And I'll say hello back. I'm losing my kecks again. I'll have to buy some smaller ones. Oh dear. And my bag's moved. I've got the microphone clipped to my bag and I keep forgetting and moving the bag because I usually have it clipped, the other one I have it clipped to me jumper, to me jacket because it goes through on a magnet. That's how that is some building that. It's quite a breeze down here now though. I don't think I'm going to get any flying done. Still on 44%. It was 90% when I started. So it's only used 50% and it's been, I've been live for 67 minutes. So nearly an hour and 10. See if I can stop that blowing on me. To walk sideways, that way. That better? Ooh. Yeah, it's coming in now. I'll even turn the camera around. There we go. That's how it catches you out. Imagine paddling through that with your shoes on. Then trying to get back to your car 2 mile. And then having to walk. Then having to drive home with wet feet. Might take your shoes off, I suppose, wouldn't you? That's what I do when I'm abroad. Can't drive in sandals or out, so I just take my shoes off, shove them under the seat. Apparently in Spain you can get done for it, depending on what day it is. It's like a smell of jet fluid or something, jet fuel. I wonder if it's had to do with that, because there was that thing, wasn't there, the other week. I don't know, I was thinking that was a bit further up that way though. The weather doesn't look as good as it actually is, look. It's nice. Clouds are coming over a bit, but it said cloudy. It actually said it was going to be 14. Probably was about 14 the other side there, but when you get this wind chill on you, it's probably down to about 7 or 8. So the actual body's warmed up and that, and my legs. Very nice. That is some building, that's cool. Show you these. No, I won't. I've got to make a video on the way back. I've got to leave somewhere. Some people up this coast, they've got houses at the bottom and then summer houses at the top of the thing on the side of the beach. And they reckon it's a massive selling point for your house. How many have we got in? 6 people. Hello Bill, how you doing? I have, mate, yeah. I've got one of them mankinis underneath. I was thinking of going for a swim, but I'm not, if that's all right. No drone, shame us. It's quite windy, mate. Last thing I want to do is crash it into the Sydney Opera House. This wind's got up here quite bad, so we'll wait while next week. You can't put drone on everyone, can you, really? Because everybody's like, oh, here we go, here's the drone bit. It'll probably be snowing next week, though, you watch. There's nothing more exciting than a dog on a beach. They used to reckon if you came down here in November, you wouldn't suffer with any frost on your car because the beach is, the sea's 2 degrees warmer than what the outside was, so it wouldn't freeze, which is quite cool. God knows where they've come from, but they've been evenly sawn off, so I don't know. Big dude's got another sail on. It's a bit like CEX then, or CES. Yeah, CES with the settees. There ain't as, obviously with prehistoric times, they buried that right down in the floor. It's a bit soft here. It's all down my shoes. It will definitely come from a tree, but I say I wonder how they've ended up on the beach. Sawn off log. Shit, it's too soft here. I'm breaking my legs. Oh. You watch it, but it's 25 quid to get in here or something. The toilets are closed. That wind is pretty strong. This fluffy thing doesn't go in over the top of the microphone, it goes in front of it, which doesn't help. Oh, go down there a bit, stride out. A bit like me. Oof. I need some of them tennis shoes like they used to wear in the Arctic. Like Chariots of Fire, yeah. Do, do. That's flint. We could make a fire with that wood. Oh. Well, the lights are on. Let's see if anybody's at home. I'm going to do a stew and see if I can find a baked well and a hot chocolate. Oh. Right, just a quick look, then I'm going to go. There it is. we've got here. I'm not going to show you too much, there's no point making a video. Right, that's me done. Thank you very much. Shark tooth, probably not Kevin. No, it's definitely a lump of flint, mate, obviously. You never know. They got me talking again. What's that, a shark here? No, it's just a piece of flint, that's all. You don't get them sort of things here. Could be the shark that bit the tree down, you never know. Now you can actually see the rides at Ingermells here. I'll show you. Before I clear off. I really need to go and do something. Look at this. Look at this. The end is nigh. Oh, it's not as good as my eyes. Let's have a look, hang on. Don't be seasick while I'm wobbling about. There we go. That's the theme park at Ingermells. Have a lovely day, everyone. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please stick about. My quest in life is to get to 10 million subscribers and make YouTube pay me thousands in AdSense. Catch you all soon, everybody. Bye-bye.